I've done most of the things that
As a redshirt freshman, Spencer Warden immediately made his presence felt by earning honorable mention All-American honors as part of the 2006 National Championship Cal team. For his encore performance last year, he was named third team All-American and first team All-MPSF. Add in the fact that he was voted a team captain by his teammates a couple months ago, and that he is increasingly becoming an offensive threat this season, and Warden is becoming quite the respected player. But looking back on the past few years, the now junior co-captain would have never gotten to this point in his career if he didn't initially focus his efforts on the defensive end.
Just kind of fell into place. You know, I kind of worked my way into the rotation on five-man defense, and from there we made some stops. And when you make a stop, then you get to play in the games, and good things happen. So I was pretty fortunate.
This year more than ever, it is evident that the hard work is paying off for Wardo, as he is called by his teammates. So far this season, Wardo has tallied 47 steals, 27 more than any other Cal player. When looking at what makes Warden such an effective player on the defensive side of the ball, Coach Kirk Everest cites the attacker's superior athletic ability.
Well, he's a really athletic player. So, you know, similar to basketball, he's really long and quick. So he's able to get his hands on balls that other players can't. He's able to move to one player and disrupt and still be able to get back to his own player. So there's just not too many guys that have his kind of leg quickness, and his lateral movement is exceptional. So it allows him, again, to be almost in two places at once, which, again, is not something that most players can do. He's able to get his hands on balls that just that the normal person can't do.
If you ask Warden's teammate, redshirt freshman Corey Nassoff, it all begins with Wardo's freakish legs.
He's got a good base in his legs, and so I mean his legs are kind of freakish. They can go like super wide out, and so in the pool that helps you a lot, because if you think about it, you push in more water if you're out here, and so he can get out really far in lunge. Boy, like, and he's really good at anticipating passes. So he'll be low, and then the guy, before he'll pass, he'll get his like hips ready to steal that pass, and he gets up in the lane. He does a great job of, stealing the ball like while it's in the air.
While Warden's defensive abilities are much appreciated by the team, this year he was asked to do even more. Following last year's title run, the Bears' cupboard was left rather dry in terms of both offensive ability and leadership. Warden was asked to step up and contribute in both areas, starting with being more assertive when opportunities to score or set up a fellow teammate presented themselves during a match.
Losing a guy like Scharf, 99 goals, and Jeff Terrell and Vlad and Zach Montes, we lost a lot of goals between those players, and Spencer's been called upon again, like you said, to take a more active role offensively. I think he's done a good job. He's got to let the game come to him. He's the type of player that needs to create, but also on the offensive end let the game come to him, and I think he's done a really good job of that this year. He's obviously one of our main threats on our 6-on-5 power play, and we're going to look to him a lot because of his athleticism and his ability to finish in front of the cage. He's been taking it upon himself to look to take advantage of the counterattack when he has an opportunity, and then on the perimeter, I think he's gained a lot of confidence in his outside shot, and he knows that the coaches and his teammates are confident in taking those shots. So he's put up a few more this year than he has in the past few years.
Part of it is creating your own shots a little more. You don't have the luxury of 6 or 7 guys that are offensive minded that just want to score the ball, and so you need to create your own shots. But everyone's doing a pretty good job of finding the open man, and we've had a lot of guys contributing this season. And for me, it's just when the shot's there, I take it, try not to force it, and it's kind of taking care of itself.
Even more important to the success of the team is just Warden's ability to lead. In the past few years, Cal has been loaded with experienced players familiar with what it takes to win games week in and week out. Now with a relatively young team, the Bears require someone who's never afraid to take command of the situation and teach others the mentality that they need to play with.
I say he's a vocal leader, and not only that, but he leads by example. So every day he's out there, and he's one of the hardest working guys on our team, and it pays off in the game. You can see it. one of our best players, right? And so he leads by example, and then when somebody's not doing the right thing, or if somebody's slacking off, or if there's a problem, he'll confront you right away, and he'll want to resolve that or get you next to the next level, like step up, or I mean, he's just out there going hard and trying to lead by example, but at the same time, if he sees you're not doing your best job, he'll like, hey, what are you doing? You know, like, tell you what's up.
As Nassau alluded to, Warden places a high premium on practices. According to him, practices and not games is where the real improvement occurs.
I'm a firm believer that the way you practice is the way you're going to play on Saturday or on Sunday. And when you slack off in practice, or when practice becomes, a low intensity, then it's going to translate directly to the games. And so I try to keep everyone focused, and I try to actually work on stuff that we can use in the games, and everybody's pretty much buying into this. Occasionally there's everyone's human. You're going to get guys that don't want to be there one day, and sometimes I don't want to be there, but everyone kind of picks each other up and gets them on the right track because practice is very important.
How far Warden has come as a player and leader will be fully measured once the Bears enter the final stretch of the season. It is there in the MPSF tournament that they have the opportunity to show that they deserve the right to defend their title in the NCAA tournament. Until that time comes, all Warden can do is continue to approach the game with the same perspective.
As far as the game goes, I can always improve offensively, defensively, and that's what we're out here doing every day. We're improving every single day.
This is Mustafa Sheikh reporting for the Daily Cal. Then last year, were you surprised when you earned All-American honors?
Cut!
Sorry.
No worries.
How's it going? Don't put that on the internet. Don't put that on the internet.
That'll be on the bloopers. And yeah, so